Hi Metalheads, willkommen zum Metalheads Forever Show 962 am 30.09.2025. Willkommen zur letzten Show im September. Ich glaube, es war ein starker Monat, oder? Und jetzt kommen noch mehrere starke Monate hinterher. Wir langsam quetschen uns Richtung 1000, liebe Freunde. Das 1000 wird aber was Spezielles. Liebe Freunde, heute ist alles in Frauenhand. Alles in metallischer Frauenhand, von der ersten bis der letzten Nummer. Wer also auf den Sound steht mit Female Fronted Music, heute kommt er auf eure Kosten. Das heißt, nach dem Interview mit Lucie Sue, Lucie Sue, ein unglaubliches Powerhouse aus Frankreich, super sympathisch, mit einem geilen Soundtrack. Könnt ihr heute freuen, liebe Freunde. Danach geht es gleich weiter mit noch ein paar Videos hinterher. Auch wieder was entdeckt für mich, auch noch nie gespielt und zum ersten Mal heute. Also dranbleiben und genießen. Jetzt erstmal Deutsche fangen heute an mit Rosy Vista. Rosy Vista, I Wanna Get You Back. Und danach gleich Lucie Sue. Here we go. Das war Rosy Vista, I Wanna Get You Back. Die Mädels könnte man auch einladen, oder? Ich glaube, die machen Spaß. Waren Vorband von Scorpions bei einem 60-jährigen Jubiläum in Hannover. Da müssen Sie mal erzählen. Die muss ich einladen, die Lieben. So, Freunde, jetzt gibt es erst einmal Soundtrack und danach gleich das Interview heißt Lucie Sue features Satchel from Steel Panther, Ride the Wild Tiger, Attacke. And now welcome all the way from beautiful France. I call her Miss Reckless. Let's say how reckless she is. Welcome, Lucie Sue.
Hi, Richie. How are you?
Thanks you. I'm very fine. I'm very happy you're here. And it's in the beginning of August. So when this is aired, it's already October. And so this is summer. We are summer fresh right now. And we have a big program. We have a lot of videos. And I call you Miss Reckless. I don't know how reckless you are. You will tell me later when we have one song called this name. So you're a wild one. We just saw the video, Ride the Wild Tiger. This will be our kick-out song. So we're not talking about this song now because you have a special guest, of course, in this video. Absolutely. Mr. Steel Panther. But we talk about it later. You know, our show is always the same. I want to know who is my guest? Or we all, the audience want to know, is she so wild? Is this an image? How you became this wild tiger, this wild tiger, or Miss Reckless, whatever we call you today, or you're happy I call you. But let me know, where is Lucie Sue, let's say 8-year-old?
Oh. Well, I was born in a family of musicians. So my father was a chamber music teacher. My mother was playing harpsichord. So we all studied music at school. So I was a bit like a very active kid, always trying to do bad things, but fun things. But I had to study music as well. So I didn't know if it was cool or not. I just had to do it. So luckily I did it. And it's a big chance for me because right now I'm using it all the time. But yeah, when I was an 8 years girl, I was very, very running all the time, shouting and very happy. And a happy girl doing crazy things.
And you have already, when you was a kid, music, let's say, like a famous musician who you like Blondie, for example, Debbie Harry or something, or who influenced you?
When I was a kid, I was super in love with George Michael. He was my hero, and he's still my hero, even if he's dead. I'm thinking about him very, very often. And yes, it was Wham, and it was all the bands from the top 50s that we could see on TV, that we could watch on TV. It was during the day I was studying classical music, and when I went back home, I was always watching TV and watching Madonna. And yes, George Michael was definitely the number one.
All right. I thought maybe Cyndi Lauper, for example, because I try what singer, female singer could influence you, because it's a style what you have. You have a waltz, and now you told me that you was already so active as a kid. So it's not an image. Actually, that's
No.
you.
I'm a really positive and energetic person, and it's really who I am. I'm authentic. I'm not lying. I always want to do 1,000 things in a second. So that's what I do. And I know that it's boring for the others because sometimes they want to rest, and I want to do things, But when I was a kid, yes, of course, Cyndi Lauper, I told you all the guys from the top 50s. So yes, it could be Cyndi Lauper, it could be Madonna.
80s music.
Yeah, of course, because I was born in 78. So yes, it's all the 80s was my thing, like Eurythmics, and all this kind of music, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I see. Now it makes more sense. So you know what? We go right to the next video, because we have a lot of videos today. This will be a one artist show, no two bands.
Okay.
Like we do normally, because we have so many videos. And we go to the video Reckless. That's why I call you Miss Reckless. And we listen first, or we watch first, and then you give me the story if possible. Here is Reckless.
Who is the lion in the room?
this was Reckless. And now
Yeah.
you tell me you are reckless in this song, right?
Yeah, you know what? I was married for years to my husband, and it was a hard period for me because I had to fit in boxes, and it was not made for me. And I wanted to be, and that's the moment where I realized that I had to be myself. That you cannot control me, you cannot ask me to be someone I am not. So Reckless is a song to tell you to be yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to be who you want to be and not pretend to be someone else, because it's stupid. If you are who you are, it's for a reason. So you have to accept who you are and not trying to pretend to be someone else because you think that this girl is cool, so I'm going to try to behave like her.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's totally true. You have to really be yourself. And if you want to do something, don't wait for others' approval. Just do it because it's you and you have only one life. That's the Reckless topics.
You know, it's not funny, but it's funny you say this, because Ozzy Osbourne passed away, and he was actually exactly this, what you just explained, because he never gave up. He never said I am like this, and he never pretend to be. And this is exactly, live your life to the fullest and be authentic. That is the key, right?
Yeah, exactly. And when I see all the videos now on the social medias with Ozzy Osbourne, it's so cool because it reminds me, and it makes me feel even more easy with the fact that I am who I am. And if I want to do something, I don't need any approval. I do it. I don't want any breaks. That's what I say in the lyrics. Just go for it and have fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Be authentic. Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So we are on the next video. This has a French name, Bachat Boulou, right?
Bachat Boulou. Yeah, in French you don't pronounce the T and the D. It's stupid language, but it's how it's called Bachat Boulou, and it's for you.
Bachat Boulou is for you, and here's the video.
It's
So what means Bashabulu again?
Bashabulu is the name of a place where, when you're a kid, you can go with your class and you can go skiing with your class. And so when you're young, it's the first time you go on holidays without your mom and your dad and your brothers and sisters. So I went there only with my class, and it was cool and it was strange in the same time, because we had the excitement of going with all our friends, but in the same time it was like, I'm gonna miss my mom and I'm gonna miss my dad and everything. And yes, this is a bit exaggerating, of course, because it's cool to go to ski, but what I say in this song is a mix of what I experienced when I was a kid, going to Bashabulu. So it's a mix with now that I'm a mother and I have to bring my kids to the ski, and it's so boring to think about, did you take your pass? Did you have your beanie? Did you have your goggles? Did you it's a nightmare to go to ski with kids, and I wanted to write a song about it. So a mix of what I experienced when I was a kid and what I experience now as a mother with my kids. Like, oh, mom, I just for example, my kid just put his socks and he just walked on snow with it. So you have to change the socks, and it's terrible. I hate that. So I wrote a song about that. Every song that I wrote is a personal experience, and I don't invent anything. Sometimes I exaggerate it, but it's always true stories.
Yeah, I understand because of course when we are young we are stupid. We are wild and I don't listen to the parents, and like me and now my daughter is 19 and of course now I'm thinking, oh, be careful, use condoms, and my ex, that she said, don't talk to her. I have to talk to her because I don't want to be a grandfather. So it's crazy. Now we are grown up. Yeah,
I do the same with my kids. I talk about all the topics, sex, drugs, everything, because I want them to don't put it like, why it's a secret or we can't talk about it. No, it's too important to not be mentioned. It's part of the education. So you are right to do that.
Yeah, but I think in your case it's a little bit difficult if your kids see the videos, because you are a wild one. This is how you explain this. Then you can say this is only business, Oh, mama, you are crazy in the video, because you are a wild one. You are reckless.
Yeah. My kids, they consider me as their mom, and then of course they don't talk about me to their friends because they are a bit ashamed of what I do, but in a positive way. They know that it's funny and that it's cool. They are not like, I don't do porn, or I don't do, like, I'm not drug addict, or they know that it's all positive, but still they're a bit ashamed. So they don't talk too much about me to their friends, but it's okay. I like it.
How old are your kids?
13 and 16.
Oh, 16 is maybe that difficultest moment in a moment. 13, he just figure out what's going on and maybe copy the elder sibling. Or is it around?
13 is already hard, huh?
Ooh.
Because she discovers love, and she loves me, and she also don't wanna love me. She wants to prove me that she's independent, but in the same time she needs hugs. So all that I saw. But I didn't have any crisis as a teenager, so I don't know how to behave with my kids, because I was an easy girl, I was always super positive, super dynamic, but I was always nice with my parents. So it's new for me to deal with a teenager, but it's okay. She's nice. Yeah. Honestly, she's super nice, but sometimes it's tricky.
All right, Lucie, the next one is Burn Your Candles. I would say, first the video, then you give me a story. Here's Burn Your Candles.
I heard that today is a special day. All your friends are surrounding you, singing that stupid song. Truth is, they already see you in your deathbed. By the way, how can we say happy birthday when we know that each second brings our death day closer? Well, I got news for you. We don't have much time left, but if you believe in rock and roll, it's gonna be way cooler than you think. Kids, you're getting older.
Burn Your Candles. Up to you now. What's happening?
Burn Your Candles is about all our heroes like Ozzy Osbourne, like all these guys like Metallica, AC/DC, Rolling Stones, and they are all aging and they will all die like us, like you, like me. And what's next? So it's about this generation who they invented rock, and about the future generation who will take the lead soon. And it's about the fact also that there's something about the fact that I am aging as well, and I don't want people to judge me for my age, but I want people to judge me for my music. And it's a thing about saying that all your heroes are aging, but you are still listening to their music, even if they are old. So do the same with me. And even if I'm not old, of course, but I know that people can be very hard especially with women, when they have wrinkles or when they have belly or when their skin is trying to do like this. They look at the body instead of listening to the music, which is absolutely stupid. But it's the reality. It's true. And even more for a woman than for a man. And yes, it's about the fact that we all listen to music. We all listen to rock. We are a big community, and we are all aging, and it's going to be cool in the end. So we have to just enjoy it, keep on listening to this music until we die, and that's it. Just enjoy it.
And the fact is, the music never dies. This is actually what survives. The music survives us, and this is our legacy. Everything what we're doing, if you had your point and your mark in your life, and you create great music, huge generation, make it fun. I want to ask you about your shirt. Are you a fan of Faith No More?
No, I don't know this band, and that's why I'm wearing a t-shirt. Yes, of course, I love them. I think it's one of my top 3 best band ever. I love them so much.
That's proves when you grow up. So the 90s, crunch time, and I confess now, in the 90s, I hated all these bands. Now,
yes.
Yeah, in the 90s, because I was a metalhead already. So I said it so many times. For me, this was like an insult. This was how you can. We're all my metalheads, like the headbangers. Now everybody's different with flannel, different. But when I became older and wiser, and now listening, now there are bands like Faith No More or Soul Garden, Pearl Jam.
Yeah. And now great, you understand.
Now I understand.
Exactly. Before not. So it's very funny
but because there was always one song from Faith No More. It was epic. This song I found always amazing song. Yeah. This song has something special,
That has 4 letters in the title, and it starts with an E. It's what he says in the live. It's epic. I love this song. And yeah, it's very funny because for me, it was the opposite. So I was listening to grunge music and I couldn't understand the guys, the Metalheads. It was so fun. And we were making love.
Now you understand. Now you understand.
Like you. And now I start listening to Iron Maiden and I'm on the Marth and all this band. And I really love it. Like Kiss. And I have a tattoo of Kiss. I'm a big fan now.
Here we go.
But at that time, it was ridiculous. So yes,
we are so opposite, but we now I can listen to much more songs. Before I didn't like thrash. Now I love thrash. Not every. I never liked death metal. This is not mine. But the heavy metal. And as I grew up in the 80s. I discovered all in the real time. Black Sabbath or Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Motley Crue. All is the great bands. Imagine, and then suddenly they all died. What's happening here? What's going on? We are all the metalheads.
Yeah, and everybody's going old, and everybody's gonna die, and that's why we have to listen to "Burn Your Candles" that we already listened to.
Absolutely, great song. Thank you. How you write songs or lyrics? How you see something, or you have a feeling, or you hear the music, or you see something in the news? What is your inspiration?
It's all about my life for the moment. It's all true stories about things that I think it's funny or not funny. And I write, it depends. Sometimes I just take my guitars and try some chords and then, it sounds good. And what could I do next? And sometimes it's just a word, for example, battle station. The song came from just the word battle station, because it's a song from Winger that is part of the soundtrack of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. And I really love the power of this word, battle station, ugh. And that's what I wrote this song, battle station. And sometimes it can be just, you know what, sometimes one day I was doing exercise in my garage for like a gym, and I had an app, and the girl said, and now you have to do it. What did she say? I don't know. She said a word, and then I said, "Wow, I'm gonna turn it and put it in my song." And it turns out to be counterclockwise. It's a way to say that you have to do the movement on the other side. And I said, "Wow, I love this sentence, and I'm gonna write a song with it, and you reuse it." So you have to listen to the song, but when the album will be out. And so sometimes it's just a word that I hear in the street, a music that I hear in an advertising, or from classical music as well. For example, Bella is a song that is already existing. So I took the melody and I transformed it. And it comes from everywhere. It can be anything. Any inspiration is good to take.
Because you already explained it, so now we play Battle Station. And here is Battle Station.
What do you think? Are you kidding me? Do you really think I believe
was Battle Station, and we go right to the next one. Or we make it with this song exactly the same. Give me the story to Hush.
Hush. Hush is a song about my kids, and it's in you have words in German in it because their father is German, and and he speaks to them in German only when it's time to go to bed or it's time to give like authority. So he speaks to them in French, but every time he needs to be listened, he speaks in German, like when he gives orders. So it's very funny. And he always used to say, Pipi machen, Zähne putzen, and Hände waschen. So that's the words I know in German. And we were making fun of that with my kids, and we were trying to sing song. And then I said, wow, it could be a very cool song. I'm going to do it. And so the story of Hush is about how to be a single mother and to be heard and understood by their kids when they just don't want to listen to you and they just want to do what they want to do and they don't want to obey you. That when you speak to your pets, your dog in German, they really understand you better. So maybe it's the same with kids. Maybe you have to speak to them in German and then they obey you.
When I'm angry with my wife, we have a fight and it gets very nasty. I talk to her in Bavarian language. I curse her, but you know what you say. So it's up to me what I say, but she don't understand what I say. So I can curse her. So now, Pipi machen, Zähne putzen, ihr da draußen im Text hier is Hush. Here we go. Zähne putzen, jawohl, Pipi machen, very cool, das war Hush. So, second last song, the famous last words. I saw this before. Is this from the death row something, or what is this famous last words, or people dying just before?
No, famous last words is an American expression. When, for example, you drink too much the night before and you wake up in your bed and you're like, I'm going to die. And I promise to myself that I'm not going to drink anymore. And it's the famous moments when you say, it's the last time I do this. So it works for when you drink too much. It works when you eat too much, or when you say, I will never hang out with this boyfriend because he sucks. So I will never be in love with him again. So it's famous last words because you say it will be the last time, but you really know truly inside of you that you will do it again. So, and this song is dedicated to my best friend, Emily, and I'm at her place right now because I'm renting my house. So it's her bedroom where she said famous last words here in her bed, like when she drank too much. And yeah, she had a period where an era of her life when she was drinking too much. And I said to her, you have to stop. And she said, yes, of course, I'm going to stop. And you have to stop going out with these boys because they are too bad and too mean with you. Yes, I'm going to stop. And she never did. So I wrote this song for her. Famous last words, famous moment when you say, I'm going to stop, and you don't stop.
This song is for Emily. Here is the famous last words.
Excess too much, like I knew. I'd be greater than you. I would hate it, just like
So there was so far not a one bad song. All cool killer videos, always cool. Love it. I love your style. I love you're fresh, somehow, you're wild one. I love this.
Thank you.
On a wild side. Very, very cool. So, and when there's a band, but before we talk about the song, I need first a picture before I forget it. Give me some signs. I press the button. Got you. So, who made the connection or how you got in contact to one of the wild boys nowadays? If there's a wild band, a naughty band, it's Steel Panther, of course. And there
it's
is
a long story. So are you ready? Because it's a long story.
Tell me. Tell us.
Actually, it was during COVID. So we were all stuck in our house. And that's the moment when I discovered Steel Panther. And I immediately fell in love. Like, what the fuck is it? Oh, fuck, they are wearing wigs. And what is this attitude, this behavior, and these lyrics? And then I understood that it was just comedy, that it was not a reality, and that they were making fun of Motley Crue and Guns N' Roses and all these kind of bands. And I said, wow, I love them. The music is so cool. And the fact that they are clowns, but talented clowns, because they play like gods. I was like, I feel like I could be part of this band. So I tried to connect with them, but I didn't know anybody. I don't know them, but I find out that they were on Cameo. Cameo is a website where you can connect with artists. You pay them and they record a video for you. Like if your aunt is a fan of Don Johnson, you can pay him and he will do a video like, hey, happy birthday, Sylvie. I hope that you're doing well. Voilà. And I found out that Steel Panther were on this website. So I paid like, I don't know, it was like 50 euros, something like that. And I wrote to him a long message saying how it was amazing. Not like a fan, but like somebody who truly loved them, like it was a revelation.
Yeah, admire him.
And he answered to me with a song that he wrote for me. Like it's on my Instagram. So if you want, you just have to scroll. It's like, it was like four years ago. And he wrote me with a song. So I answered to him with a song and then we get connected. So it was Satchel. We get connected through Instagram. And then Lexi Fox, the bass player, quit the band.
The former bass player.
Yeah. And so he quit the band. And then I thought to myself, wow, the next guy who will replace him will be a lucky one. And then I said, why a guy? It could be you, it could be a girl. So you have to apply for it. And so I wrote to Satchel and said, I want to be your bass player. And he said, yeah, why not? You could bring so much on the table. And I said, yes, okay, I'm going to do something. He said, send me a video and I'm going to show it to the other guys and everything. So I did the videos, but in the same time, they launched a contest, an international contest to replace the bass player. So we were like 160 bass players all around the world who wanted to replace Lexi Fox. But it was very hard, very tough, but I did it. I ended up in final. And then finally, they didn't take any one of these contests. They chose another guy who were not doing this contest. So I was super sad because I was in final. I was thinking that I would take my kids and go to Las Vegas and live in America, But it didn't happen. But then I stayed in contact with Satchel. And when I wrote this song, I said, I have to ask him to collaborate with me. And he said, yes. And then I sent him the song and he said, wow, it's amazing. Yeah, I'm going to do it. And then he recorded the solo and it was so amazing. And I didn't pay him. I have to say that because sometimes people think that I paid him, but no, he did it just because he's a super cool guy and super nice guy. And then I had to do the video and I said, how can I do that? Because we are here in France and he's in Las Vegas and or around the world because he's touring all the time. They're working like crazy. And he did it. He put the camera on the back of his car and he recorded himself in the desert of Las Vegas and he sent me the video and it was so cool. And I think it was one of the best days of my life, honestly, to see him doing so much effort for me, the little Lucie who lives in France and who is nobody compared to him. But he did it because he's a so nice person. And it ended up to be Ride the Wild Tiger.
Yeah, so cool. Yeah, absolute. That's why I chose this song to play twice, because it's a killer song. It's a great video. And so before I play the video, this is actually the end of our interview. What is in the pipeline? What's going on in the world of Lucie Sue? I call it Miss Reckless. If it's allowed, this will be officially your name. I name you nickname Miss Reckless. So tell me, what's going on? Are you on the way, or are you on the
right
road,
now we are recording this. It's August, but when you will watch this video, the album will be out. We are working on touring. That's the main thing. We want to tour and to play, because that's the only way to connect with the audience. I want to go and play in Germany, in England, in USA, Australia, anywhere. I don't care. I just want to travel and play and meet my audience, and meet other bands as well, because it's the point is to discover other people playing and enjoy life. And so that's what I'm doing. And I'm signing with the companies to help me to grow and expand my music all around the world. So yes, I hope that when you will watch this, I will have signed a lot of tours and everything. So cross your fingers with me, please.
You must play together with Steel Panther, support them, and you talk about dicks, talking about pussies.
I proposed them so many times, but they are with a tour they are with a booking management, and I think they pick their own bands. They won't work with me because they have other bands to promote, and they never wanted to. But Steel Panthers, I think they are okay to play with me, but the management, they are not.
One day, I'm sure I see it, because I follow you now,
Of course, I would love it so much.
This was amazing. Once again, maybe she hopefully she listened and watched the whole interview. I say thank you to Judith. Yes, she's now a mama. That's why she's not so busy. She's not busy with the kids and with the everything. Thank you, Judith. This was amazing. You did everything once again professionally. Very, very cool. Lucie, give my regard to the rest of the gang, and keep rocking, keep rolling. You are Miss Reckless.
Bye.
And here is once again Ride the Wild Tiger featuring Satchel from Steel Panther. Yeah.
Wow, now we sing loud. It sticks in mind and it sounds so fine. It's real bullshit, but yet it's a hit. It rains your horns and your hormones. And now let's start the second part.
This is Best of Metal, the ultimate blast from the underground. The hottest new videos, the rawest sounds, and the fiercest energy the metal scene has to offer. Every Monday night, when the clock strikes 8 p.m., it's time to unleash the beast. Hosted by your commander of chaos, Ritchie Newton. Turn it up, bang your head, and feel the pulse of real metal.
Ja, liebe Freunde, ich hoffe, ihr hattet Spaß mit dem Interview. Die Frau ist wirklich sympathisch, hat einen super Sound, gefällt mir super. Jetzt geht's weiter mit Hellfox, Water on the Ceiling. Das war Water on the Ceiling, das war ein Hellfox. Weiter geht's mit Edenbridge Cosmic Embrace.
There you see, there you ponder over, cleaning thoughts in the fall of day. You repeat, losing all your power, a high price to pay. Move inside to the heart of
Das war Cosmic Embrace in Bridge. Und weiter geht's mit Reality Suit und Insane.
All the years and tears of sweat, I still won't give in to regret. I feel insane, insane, insane in my brain. Circus, like a hamster on a wheel, being watched for the appeal. I feel insane, insane, insane in my brain. Circus, welcome to the circus. Did I mention this is bogus? There's an every flowing. Pay my rent, adulting in my strong suit. Adulting shows my brain every day is just the same. Adulting in my strong suit. It's a lost dream, circling the drain. I feel insane, insane, insane in my brain. It's a lost dream, circling the drain. I feel insane, insane, insane in my brain. Myself apart just to feel the pain. Like a hamster on a wheel, being watched for the appeal. I feel insane, insane, insane in my brain. Being judged all of the time, having to fit within these lines. Pressure
Ja, liebe Freunde, das war's gewesen. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet einen Spaß heute mit Female Fronted Rock. Und das können wir öfters mal machen, oder? Ich finde es cool, dass die Frauenwelt immer stärker wird. Sehr, sehr cool. Und den Aussteiger machen Tulip und Assassins. Ich wünsche euch eine gute Nacht. Und wenn ihr es morgen anschaut, einen guten Morgen oder einfach einen schönen Tag. Bleibt uns erhalten. Nicht vergessen, wir haben am Mittwoch gleich zwei Bands aus Schweden. Einschalten, mit dabei sein, sind sehr, sehr cool. Und ich wünsche euch jetzt einfach noch viel Spaß mit Tulip und Assassins. Cheers, gute Nacht, ciao.
Diese Show wurde euch präsentiert von Newton Artworks. And don't forget, like, subscribe and hit the bell. Thank you for watching. We salute you.